Hi, back with another episode of Local Roots. I'm Todd Studer, and we continue our series taking a look at the county parks around Pottawattamie County. And today, this third episode in our series, exploring the parks, is headed to the northeast part of the county, just outside the town of Neola, and to visit the place where it all began for the Pottawattamie County Conservation Board, Arrowhead Park. We'll tell you all about it in just a moment. First, Castle & Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. 4 convenient locations in Council Bluffs, Trainer, Bellevue, and Elkhorn. They are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. Do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Red Oak, Clarinda, and all the surrounding communities. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. Okay, Arrowhead Park holds a unique spot in the story of local conservation. It was the very first park established by the county after the Pottawattamie County Conservation Board, or PCCB, was formed back in 1960. The board was credited under an Iowa law that allowed counties to set up local conservation boards to protect natural spaces and make them available to the public. In 1962, just 2 years after its formation, the PCCB purchased the land that would become Arrowhead Park. That decision helped set the course for decades of local investment in nature, education, and recreation. It's no stretch to say Arrowhead was the spark that lit that fire. Arrowhead Park sits on 147 acres just north of I-80 near the town of Neola. It's not far from the city, but once you're inside, it feels like it's your own little world. The park is centered around a beautiful 17-acre lake that's perfect for canoeing, kayaking, or fishing from the shore. Trails wind through woodland and open fields. There is space to roam, space to breathe, and space to connect with the outdoors. The park features an impressive variety of wildlife, from white-tailed deer and wild turkeys to the occasional fox or coyote. Bird watchers will enjoy spotting everything from songbirds to hawks circling overhead. Arrowhead's blend of prairie, woodland, and water habitats make it an ideal space for nature enthusiasts of all ages. One of the key features that makes Arrowhead so great is its accessibility. The park offers everything from primitive camping sites to modern cabins with full amenities. Whether you're a seasoned camper or someone who just wants a quiet weekend escape, there's something for everyone. Families return year after year, creating traditions around campfires and hikes and morning coffee by the lake. And that lake, it's more than just a scenic backdrop. It supports fish populations for local anglers and draws in migratory birds in the spring and fall. It's also a learning tool for kids catching their first bluegill, or for students taking part in one of the many outdoor education programs offered in partnership with local schools. Arrowhead has always been a teaching park. For over the decades, conservation staff and volunteers have led countless educational programs focused on native wildlife, habitat preservation, and responsible for outdoor recreation. For many kids growing up in this part of Iowa, Arrowhead was their first field trip, their first time seeing a deer up close, or their first lesson in how ecosystems work. The park's role in the broader conservation effort is also critical. Arrowhead represents a philosophy that land can be used and loved at the same time, that we don't have to choose between access and protection. The trails and shelters and playgrounds are all integrated carefully into the environment to minimize impact. This is thoughtful stewardship in action. Arrowhead also serves as a model for the rest of the county's park system. From the start, it demonstrated what could be accomplished when public funds, long-term planning, and community support all work together. It set the tone for future investments in Botna Bend, Hitchcock Nature Center, Narrows River Park, and the rest. In fact, many of the practices tested and proven at Arrowhead, like trail design, shoreline stabilization, or invasive species control, have been used as blueprints in other parks. The relationship between Arrowhead and the town of Neola is also part of what makes this place special. It's not just a park on the edge of town, it's part of the town's culture. Local events, scout groups, school functions, and family reunions all find their way to the park. It's become a gathering space for a rural community that values both tradition and nature. If you ask around in Neola, nearly everyone has a story about Arrowhead. Maybe it's the time they learned to ride a bike on the gravel trails or caught fireflies with cousins in the summer. Maybe it's about a wedding held under the pavilion or a long talk by the lake that changed the course of a friendship. These aren't just stories about a park. They're stories about people, about place, and about what matters. In recent years, the Pottawattamie Conservation Board has continued to invest in Arrowhead, modernizing campsites, expanding interpretive signage, improving restroom facilities, and maintaining trails have all been priorities. These improvements ensure that new generations continue to find the park just as inviting and inspiring as those before. Arrowhead also offers year-round programming, from fall festivals and guided hikes to winter nature walks and spring fishing clinics. The park is active in every season. Community engagement is at the heart of what the park system does, and Arrowhead has always been a hub for bringing people together around shared outdoor experiences. Even with all of its history and amenities, Arrowhead remains a place of calm. Visitors often speak of the quiet, how a short walk into the trees is enough to slow down your heart rate and clear your mind. Well, unless you're hiking uphill, then it may raise your heart rate. In a world that's increasingly noisy, both literally and digitally, that's kind of quiet is rare and valuable. Arrowhead is a reminder of why local parks matter. Not every family can take a week-long vacation to a national park, but nearly everyone in Pottawattamie County can take a short drive to Arrowhead for a few hours of peace and beauty. That's the promise of local conservation, making nature part of everyday life. And Arrowhead delivers on that promise every single day. So, if you haven't been to Arrowhead lately, consider this your invitation. Pack a picnic, take a walk, watch the sunset reflect off the lake. Let yourself reconnect with a space that's been serving your community for over 60 years. Because parks like this don't just happen. They're made, and they're maintained, and they're loved by people like you. Do you need precision metal fabrication done right? Look no further than Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs. From custom welding to large-scale manufacturing, they bring your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or custom fabrication, they get the job done on time and built to last. Learn all about Foxco Fabrication by going to their website, foxcofab.com. If you have a leak or a clogged drain, maybe you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. With fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, they handle everything from small repairs to major installations. Locally owned and trusted, they take pride in doing the job right the first time. Residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, call Waldstein Plumbing. Visit them online at waldsteinplumbing.com. I also encourage you to check out Travis Waldstein's podcast, Circle of Trades. As I am recording this episode, we had just finished recording the next episode of Circle of Trades, and we talk about apprenticeship, and we also talk about the importance of licensing for contractors. And then, we get off the weeds a little bit talking into the county park system that we've been highlighting here. So it's just kind of an addendum to this series that we've been running on local routes. So again, that podcast is called Circle of Trades. You can find it on YouTube. Follow Circle of Trades on social media, and you can hear the audio-only version on Spotify. Well, that is the everything about Arrowhead Park. We have 2 more parks to go in the series, and the next one we will talk about is Hitchcock Nature Center, and one of my favorite places to hike, one of my favorite places to camp, and also one of my favorite places to just sit in nature. So that is coming up on tomorrow's show, and I hope that you'll come back and join me for that. Also, if you have any comments or any memories of the county park system around Pottawattamie County, send me an email, leave a comment here where you're watching this. I'd love to be able to hear from you and share that with others as well. So again, this is episode 3, and we have 2 more parks to go as we take a look at the park system around Pottawattamie County. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Local Roots. I'm Todd Studer. We'll see you back here again tomorrow morning.